Okay, so when you have exponents outside of parentheses, that exponent must be distributed to everything inside. So this 3 doesn't have an exponent, so it's assumed to be a 1. So we're going to need that in a moment. Okay, so this 2 gets distributed to all the exponents inside, and when you're getting rid of parentheses, you are multiplying. So keep your base of 3 for the exponent. 1 times 2 is 2. For my x, the exponent is 2 times 3, which is 6. For the y, the exponent is 2 times 3, which is 6. Now this one doesn't have an exponent on the outside, so you just write it down. 3x squared yz. Okay, now we have to deal with the numbers themselves. So 3 squared means 3 times 3, so that's 9. And this 3, 9 times, oops, I don't want to use an x because we already have x's in the problem. Let's use a raised dot for multiplication. 9 times 3 is 27. That takes care of the numbers themselves. Now for the variables, you just tell me how many you have. So for my x's, I have 6 here and 2 here. That's a total of 8. For my y's, I have 6 here and 1 here. That's a total of 7. And for my z's, I just have 1 z. And that's the final answer. So again, if nothing has an exponent, it's assumed to be a 1. Now this is a unique situation here because we have a negative inside with an even exponent. I'm literally going to square the negative. So a negative times a negative is a positive. So that negative is not going to be in our answer. So I'm just going to write down the 3. And 2 times 1 is 2. For my x, 2 times 3 is 6. For my z, 2 times 3 is 6. This next set of parentheses doesn't have an exponent, so you just write down whatever's inside. Okay, deal with just the numerical part first and then deal with the variables. So 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. For my x's, I have 6 here and 3 here. That's a total of 9 x's. Now I'm going to put these variables in alphabetical order, so I'm going to do the y next. So for my y's, I just have 2. And for my z's, I have 6 and 4. I have 10 z's. So that's the answer to that one. The next one, the exponent with the 2 is a 1. So I'm going to distribute. You keep your base. Deal with the exponents, you multiply them. 1 times 3 is 3. For my x, 3 times 3 is 9. For the y, 3 times 3 is 9. Next set of parentheses, just write it down because it doesn't have exponents. Deal with the numerical part of the term. 2 cubed means 2 times 2 times 2, so that's 8. For my x's, I've got 9 and 4 is 13. For my y's, I have 9 and 1, which is 10. And for my z's, I just have 1 z, and that's finished.